The brain is one of the most complicated organs that we've got. I mean, I really envy, no, I don't envy, I pity the neurosurgeons who have to cut into the brain and start figuring out removing stuff or whatever else they have to do with brains. Because the brain is like an electric bomb, it's like an electric plant with neural functions and connections and activities that are literally almost impossible to catch by a human eye because they happen so fast. You know, the left and right brain each doing its thing. Now, the few things I've learned about the brain is that the brain uses 20% most of the time of the whole human body's energy, which means that the brain works hard. It needs a lot of energy. That's why when you learn a certain routine, when you get into a certain routine, you might find it a little bit hard to change. Like recently, they closed off the street that leads to my gym, and guess what? I got the notice like for a month. They put out the notices and the road sign that that particular street will be locked for a month. But guess what? Every morning for the whole of this week, have found myself going in that direction because my brain feels so lazy. My brain is so accustomed to taking that direction, so it doesn't want to change. And I have, because I'm in control of the brain, I'm in control of my thought processes, just like you. I have to tell my brain, listen, don't get stuck on what was. We have to change with the changes. The point is, if you let your brain stay in a certain way and you don't interrupt to expand it, extend it, analyze it, and use more of it, challenge it, change your routine, it's going to get stuck in what it's been doing, and you become so uncomfortable trying out new things. You will become so uncomfortable changing your thought processes. You will feel lazy traveling and exploring the unknown because your brain doesn't want to work any more than it's already working. It wants to save you. The brain's role is to save you, to protect you, and not to do more things for you. And it's up to you, with the magic created within you as a magical human being, to use it for what you want. You have to challenge your brain. Now, in my talk today, I'm mainly going to talk about how to unhack the brain from the illusion. And this is based on what happened a few days ago, after today, actually. So something happened and I was dealing with it. Something unfavorable happened and I was dealing with it. I was thinking about it and I was thinking, oh my God, how can this happen? So I dwelled on it so long. I think it happened on Monday and I found time every day to dwell on it. So my brain started recognizing my thoughts towards that negative event. So it captured that I didn't want it, but I was dwelling on it. And the brain is like a GPS. So you tell it where to go, that's exactly where it will go until you change the directions in your GPS. Okay? So I started dwelling on this negative. And then by today, I found myself as I was in the toilet, I was in the bathroom. I sat down and started running through everything that was wrong, family drama, something on Facebook, social media, and how these certain things didn't work out the way I wanted, and how certain things, worked out more than I wanted, and this and that. And I was like, oh my God, I had to stop myself. I'm like, whoa, my brain is literally on a spiral to identify everything that is wrong, and I gotta stop. So I had to stop because the brain it's supported by the thought processes. The thoughts will be like, yeah, I will do the recruiting. So in my opinion, this is what the brain does. So something bad happens, goes the wrong way, and then you start thinking about it for a while, okay? And then the brain captures that information. Oh, okay, this is good info. This is input. I gotta dwell on this. And then it absorbs the vibrations with that thought, okay? And that vibration normally is reflected on what you've associated it with, or what you defined it with, or the connection with that vibration. For instance, a vibration of fear, or sadness, or anger, or frustration is very different from a mental vibration of happiness, joy, enthusiasm, and all that is positive. So the brain recognizes, okay, so this is a negative vibration. No worries. It doesn't even know it's negative, but it knows the frequency. Okay. So what it does, it starts recruiting all sorts of thoughts and memories and things that you haven't happened many years ago that that are similar in frequency. Okay, it will start recruiting all those events and memories that give you the same emotion, and the more you accept these recruitments, the more it recruits more. And then the third thing it does, it connects triggers. So as within, it also goes without and starts literally scanning around for anything to trigger you from the outside. Someone who you will be the first person to identify someone who did something wrong, or who crossed the line, or who crossed your standards, or who abused your standards, or someone who is rude. Like, it will start identifying triggers so that you don't think that you're crazy, so that it continues supporting and feeding into the frequency that you have created with the original emotion or vibration that was produced by the first negative event. As such, it doesn't want to work hard and tell you, oh, no, this frequency doesn't feel so good, it's overworking me. No, it wants to remain that way. The brain wants to be safe. It wants to keep you safe. It doesn't want to overrun you. So it will say, okay, this is what you want. Fine, this is what I'll give you. And then it will start spiraling down and bringing in more and more, identifying what's wrong, presenting what's wrong, turning your focus onto everything that is wrong. Now, I'm going to give you 7 steps that will help you unhack your brain from this illusion. Step number 1 is you have to watch your feelings, because feelings are like the thermometers of your thoughts. So if your thoughts are negative, the feelings are going to show a different frequency, a different level, okay? A different kind of feeling, a different emotion. So if you're feeling uncomfortable, if you're feeling frustrated, stop. That's step number 1. Observe your feelings. Are they good? Are they good feelings? Are they progressive feelings? Are they happy feelings? Do you feel good? And then the other step is become a witness. Once you've recognized that you're not feeling well, become a witness of these feelings. You remember that you're not your feelings, you're not your thoughts. So definitely you realize you're feeling bad, you're feeling uncomfortable because you're thinking about uncomfortable things. So now don't resist it, because what you resist persists. So you become a witness. You step back and you observe your brain and your feelings and your thoughts, and you're like, wow, is this where I am? Which gives you the power, because then you remember that you're neither your thoughts, your emotions, nor your brain. You're more. And then the third tip is to tell your brain to stop. You literally have to command your brain and tell it to stop. You have to command your thoughts and tell them to shut up. Your thoughts will believe you. Your thoughts are your slaves. You can be their slave if you give them the power, but you can literally tell your thoughts to do whatever you want and they will do it. So tell your thoughts to stop. Okay? And then the other step is you have to block the triggers, the trigger portals. For instance, if some of the things, the events or the situations that have been triggering all the negativity are when you go on Facebook, then stay away from Facebook for a while. Or if it's the news, don't watch the news. Or if it's the gym or someone at the gym, like one of the triggers was really funny. I went to the gym and I met this lady, and she was telling me how on her block they have parties all week, and they have, every Saturday and every Sunday. So I was like, oh my God, reminds me of Africa. So can I come? And she says, yeah, sure. So she gave me her number, and then she said that she would text me today to give me the time when the party begins. So I was really excited that I was waiting for her text, and she never texted. So that really triggered some emotions, and I'm like, she doesn't owe me anything. She doesn't owe me. Maybe she even forgot, Why did I text her? She's a busy, happy-go-lucky person. So I had to cut myself and block that trigger, and literally block the trigger, block. And the trigger was the phone, with the cell phone, because I kept looking at my cell phone thinking, she gonna text, she gonna text. So I had to put the phone away, actually turn it off, so that it wasn't triggering my memories of expectation. I mean, expectation, because expectation can be a bitch. You expect things and they don't happen a certain way, and then you get disappointed, you get all worked up, and so I blocked the trigger, I put the phone away. And then the other step is get your desire list. Focus on your desire list. If you don't have a desire list, right now, stop this video, get a notebook and start writing down everything you want. Make a budget of everything you want, whether you can afford it or not. Just get this desire list of everything you've ever wanted, and then identify, go on the internet and look for the cost of these things. Let me tell you, you'll be so surprised that when you get money, you will have somewhere to start to see how you're going to spend the money. Write down everything you want in your office. Maybe it's training, maybe it's traveling, whatever, clothes, whatever, I don't know. Just write down your desire list. And when you are in this spiral of the illusion, you just have to open your desire list book, and then you find yourself focusing on what you want, which is a good thing. It's like you have to retrain your brain to focus on what you want. And once you do it long enough, your brain will absorb the new vibration, and then it will make it a routine. So your brain will start scanning around for those things that give it that frequency, that good mood. You start feeling better, and you start feeling enthusiastic, and actually your brain will start helping you identify or connect to ways and things you can do to start achieving, getting your desires. And then the other step is to take a deep breath. I'm telling you now, this breath is a little bit different. Imagine that you're breathing in this light, divine light, at a 360 degrees angle. It's like you're breathing in round, round circle, and you're breathing in this divine light, and this divine light is engrossing every inch of your being, all the way down to the bones, to the blood, and the spaces within all that. Your energy, your meridian system, everything within you is now infused in this divine light. Now imagine this divine light extending out of your body. So you're literally infused in light, as light, and surrounded by light. Do that for a few minutes. Breathe in deeply. Again, imagining a 360 degrees angle, breathing in this divine light, and let it infuse you and also surround you. And then the other thing that I do is take a shower. Like, just step under the shower and let the water run over you from the head, and just continue breathing. That will really get your brain to focus on something else, something flowing. And it will remember, oh God, I can't be stuck on one thing. I can actually flow. The flowing nature of water has a way of soothing us and helping us to step back in the flow. Okay, so I know this will help. I know it helped me. Oh, and by the way, back to the tip. I later, back to the story of my friend in the gym who didn't text me to join her what was that? Her blog party. I later realized that I had too much to do, and my husband didn't even want to go. Like, we had a lot to do at home. So it turned out that I didn't even want to go. I just wanted to fulfill a promise that I wasn't even attached to. Okay, so it really showed me that sometimes the things you think you want are actually not what you want. You just want certain things in the moment. But when you sit down and think about them more realistically, that's not what you really want. In a nutshell, the 7 steps, 7 tips. Watch your feelings, okay? Number 2, become a witness. Watch your thoughts, watch your feelings, become a witness. Isolate yourself from your thoughts, your feelings. And then 3, tell your brain to stop. 4, block the trigger portals. that are triggering all these events, those memories, all these associations and definitions. Number four, I think, or get your desire list. If you don't have one, get one. Take a shower underwater and then do the 360 breath of divine light. Now, these are not in order. If you want, go back to the list and to the video, reverse the video, and you'll be able to get the sequencing. And what I'm also going to do, I'm going to write an article that I'll include in this video later in the week so that you can get the tips in the article. Now, thank you so much for visiting my channel. I really appreciate you. Thank you, all my subscribers, for sticking by. For those of you who haven't subscribed, please do so, because I share inspirational and self-development, spiritual and psychological, metaphysical tips and strategies that I believe can help you get the grip of your life and then start living it on your terms. Okay, thanks again for listening and have a great rest of the day. Bye for now.